appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now watching the Alan and DJ Show.
Yo, 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 Milwaukee, Sun Prairie, and all the surrounding areas. Welcome to the Alan and DJ TV show program. I'm Alan.
And this is your boy DJ. You all right, man?
Oh, man. Oh, my dirty, man, I'm not feeling good, man. Man, so I've been coughing like all night. Bambi the deer, she gave me some medication to take. Man, you know, I'm sorry that I threw up in your car earlier, man.
Man, got my car smelling bad, bro.
Oh, man, I'm sorry, bro. But today, I want to talk about the importance of going to the doctor and why the doctor is very important and why we all need this in our lives.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about bullet point number one, early detection.
The reason why early detection is important is because what it does is that it basically helps you catch the problem before it gets worse. And I got an example of that. Like, if my dad would have went to the doctor when he was supposed to, instead of waiting until he basically passed out at work,
yeah,
he probably would have been able to catch the cancer that he had earlier than he would have been able to catch the cancer. Like, he probably could have caught it maybe months ago, but it didn't rise up until that particular time at work, and he passed out. And then when he went to the hospital, that's when he found out he had pancreatic cancer. And they were saying that he could have prevented that by catching it early. But when it comes down to cancer, you don't know when it's going to rise.
No.
You don't even know if you have it or not.
Exactly. And that's why I say, you know, that stuff be important. You know, that's like my mom used to be on us about, you know, say, go to the doctor. I don't care if it's twice a year. You need to get your yearly checkups because you need to see what is going on with you, because you could be dealing with something and you don't know what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? It could be high blood pressure. You know, it could be high cholesterol. It could be cancer.
Yeah.
And all this stuff can be prevented by them even giving you not so much as just medications. Like, medications to me, I try to make that the last resort, but maybe changing your diet up, maybe getting into the gym. You know, doing little things early that you can catch, how I always say for regular. So I want to say for an example, regular checkups. It's important to have regular checkups because it can help potentially life-threatening situations and conditions very early, and also can increase the chances of treatment and cure. But you have to see what's going on with you. Because you think you could have a common cold and it could be something else. It could be something that you don't even what? How did that happen?
Yeah.
Or, you know, Lord forbid, not trying to sound gross or nothing, people have sexual transmitted diseases.
Absolutely.
Go get yourself checked out. Always want to stay on top of something so you can get something to cure that problem.
Yeah. And for me in general, I didn't want to go to the doctor, and a lot of times it was because of a pride issue. I felt even at first, tried not to get insurance because I'm when I'm gonna go to the doctor? I ain't gonna go to the doctor. I'm a man. I don't need to go to the doctor. That's for wussies. That was just my energy. But later on, I went to the hospital I want to say 4 months ago, and found out that I had high blood pressure. But the doctor was at least you caught it early.
Yes,
and then when I was thinking in my head, I was that was back then when I was eating all the Roman noodles and stuff that. And Roman noodles got a lot of sodium in it.
Man, a lot of sodium.
Yeah. And I was that's what probably spiked it up.
Because you remember when we did the low salt study.
Yeah.
That was actually a very great study because it was something I was proud to be in, even though it paid us a lot of money too.
Ooh, yeah.
But I was proud to be in that because this showed you how they was giving us salt pills to spike our blood pressure up on purpose, to giving us a diet to bring it back down to see, does this really work if you change your diet? Like, because we want medication to be the last resort.
Absolutely.
So if you could change your diet, can we bring it down by helping you change your diet? And I love that study for that.
Absolutely.
And, let's talk about bullet point number 2. Let's talk about preventive care.
Okay.
But what is important with preventive care as far as like why it's important to go to the doctor? Like, what does this tie into this?
Basically, the reason why it's so important is because like it prevents you from getting sick.
Yeah.
And it also keeps you healthy and it keeps you functional. So just in case if something does come up or something does happen randomly to you, then you'll have the immune system to like
Fight it off. Which is like, I know like a lot of people don't believe in COVID-19 shots, or a lot of people don't believe in flu shots, and that's your prerogative, dude.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
But at least do other things like maybe changing and maintaining your diet. So this what helps with like preventive care helps you with maintaining your health overall, and it also prevents serious diseases. Because like little things can come up that you be like, oh look, it looked like you was about to start getting type 2 diabetes, like you're about to have high blood pressure, but this is what we could do. So before we want to think about putting you on this medication, or like you have high cholesterol, so let's try to prevent this by changing our diets. And let me put you on a soft diet and see how this works. And if the problem's not going anywhere, then we can start maybe the medication. But at least we're trying to give you something where it can help catches it before
Absolutely.
it gets out of hand. That's why it's important to go to the doctor, because you don't never know what's wrong with you.
Absolutely. And like also with preventive care, like it always don't have to be like you got to catch it early, or it doesn't always got to be like you medicated so you could be able to like function. It also helps with when it comes down to preventive care is that you change your diet. When you change your diet, that prevents a lot of other things from happening.
Most
and
definitely.
it can actually decrease the chances of your current situation from actually rising up and developing.
Man, that was real smart, DJ. Like,
Yep.
and I like that you said that, because like it's true. You know,
Absolutely.
like you could just do preventive care by just taking your butt to the doctor.
Absolutely.
Like some people say at least go once a year. Me, I'm the type of dude, like, I'm going 3 times a year. All spring coming, maybe a doctor's appointment. Summer coming, maybe a doctor's appointment. Hey doc, what's going on? Just
Yep.
want to see if I'm good. You know, and like your oral hygiene and all that ties into your health, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like how they say, like if you got like a lot of plaque on your teeth, for an example, you swallowing that plaque,
Yep.
which is making the heart arteries and heart muscles weak.
Absolutely.
So that's why I say, like, just in general, check on yourself, check on your overall care. And let's get into bullet point number 3. Let's talk about managing chronic conditions. Like, why is this important when it comes to like managing like chronic conditions?
Because like your conditions, if they're not managed the right way, they can actually increase, meaning like they can turn into like other conditions, or the condition that you got can increase to the point to where like it can resort to fatal death.
That's true. And that's why I say like managing chronic conditions could effectively help you avoid complications.
Absolutely.
Like DJ just said, heart attack, stroke, death. And it also could improve your long term of well-being.
Absolutely.
Because the goal is you want to be around. So if you want to be around to see your grandkids grow up, you want to be around to see, you know, sound like your daughter get married, or, you know, your son get married, you know, then you got to start doing the little things now. Like, ain't nothing going to change overnight. We get that. But like stuff like apples, you ever heard that saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? But it's really true. Apple a day really does keep the doctor away, because the apple's good for the heart. Salmon's good for the heart. Almonds, like nuts and stuff like that, this is good for the heart. Like whole grain oats.
Yeah.
And blueberries have a lot of natural enzymes in there that's good for improving your gut health and all that. So all this stuff is important when it comes to managing chronic conditions.
And another way of like managing your conditions is being up to date on your medication.
For sure.
And also being able to take the right dosage for your medication. Like, I have an example. Like, we had somebody that like I said, I'm not gonna put that person's name out there.
Go ahead, please put them out there,
No,
man.
no, not at all. Like we have a person that basically supposed to have a certain dosage because he has diabetes. So he has to have a certain dosage and he has to take it at a certain time.
Yep.
And because he has to take it at a certain time, even if he's like working, he got to cut his work off just to do that.
That's crazy.
Because if he doesn't, he can end up going into a coma.
See, what I tell people, like, yo, like this stuff is serious, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't play with your health, man. You know, especially if they kind of catching things early, what we talked about just before, the bullet point before that, preventive care.
Yeah.
Like, it's important to know your dosage. So if they putting you on, let's just use one. Let's say blood pressure medication, or let's say if they give you like two of them, I think one of them may be called lisinopril or something like that. And they say, okay, like you take these two once a day. You don't take them 6 times a day. What's wrong with you? You're going to lower your blood pressure so much, you're going to start turning cold. You're going to be dead.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Or two, now let's say they give you some medications like, let's say statins.
Yeah.
Statins can go up to like maybe 80 milligrams, but let's say this, you give you the basic dose is 20. You don't say, oh, bro, like, man, I'm going to just take like 4 of these and I should be good for a week. You could bust your heart. You could die.
Yeah, absolutely.
So have the proper education to ask these type of things, or like actual local pharmacists as they giving you your medication and they say, hey, have you had like, you know, have you had like any like education of taking this, or do you know how to take this?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, so you ever notice that like if they ask you that, you know, they want to know, do you know?
Yeah.
You know, like don't try to be all proud of, oh yeah, man, I know. Come on, man, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen people go, yeah, I know. Then all of a sudden they just drop dead. So, like, you know, that's just the inner child of me right now. But, man, come on, man. Like, stop being prideful. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said, there's one dude in there, you too tough for his own good. Even a pharmacist like, geez, dude, okay. You're like, yeah, so, like, you understand how to take this? Yeah. Yeah, I know how to take it. Hey, man, give me my stuff, bro. I know how to take it. I'm a man. Like, come on. I was just like, dude, oh, my God. Like, no. Yes, like, people be doing too much, but,
absolutely.
You know, like, you got to understand what you're getting yourself into, and then also make sure, like, the treatment is effective. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, like, they're giving you the right treatment, because you need the right type of doctor that can specialize in particular areas that can provide the most effective treatment for you.
Absolutely.
So whether if you're having heart issues, then you need to go see a heart specialist. If you're having leg problems, you know what I'm saying, and you know, like you're having sore joint pains and stuff like that, you go see maybe a chiropractor or something like that. Yeah. Like certain doctors that can specialize in certain areas that you need.
Yeah, and like also the reason why you want to maintain the chronic conditions too is because, like Al said earlier, you don't want to overdose.
No.
Like the same person that like I said the example that I said with the example earlier, like what happened with him is that he took what he needed, but he overdosed. So basically he took an extra shot that he shouldn't have took, and he was feeling so dizzy that he almost had to be rushed to the ER because he had too much in his system. And he almost couldn't even go to work that day.
Tripping, man. Tripping. You know, like, you know, this stuff is serious, man. Like, you know, absolutely. We never want to see nobody go through anything like that, or, you know, even lose their life potentially. You know, make sure you get the proper education that you need, and only a dummy don't ask questions. My mama used to tell me that all the time, and my dad.
Yeah.
Only a dummy don't ask questions. So always ask questions. You know, hey, look, I don't understand this, doc, or, you know, if you got like a particular family member, like my sister's a nurse, so, you know, certain things that like I don't understand, like I would ask her. But for the most part, like I'm a healthy dude. That's why I say, you know, it's important to just take your vitamins and do the things that you need to do to get yourself to the next level. But let's talk about bullet point number 4, mental health support.
Before we talk about that, like I got one more thing to say about chronic conditions.
Okay.
Like the reason why that's so important is that the older you get, the more problems you're going to get.
Facts.
And the more problems you're going to get, you're going to have to be able to manage them or somebody else is going to be able to manage them, and they're not going to manage them as well as you do.
As well as you do. You know, like you ever heard that saying, you know, like, can nobody do it like you, right?
Yep.
Or besides Jesus, you know, like, can nobody do it like you? So you have to be able to take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
Because who's going to take care of you like you?
Yeah.
You know, so, but mental health support, you know, that's not enough that's talked about. And, you know, physical good health is directly coming from good mental health. So, like how our acting coaches used to say, you have to be stronger from the neck up to be stronger from the neck down.
Ooh.
Say that again now. You have to be stronger from the neck up to be stronger from the neck down, which means that the mind needs to be powerful, because wherever the mind is connected to, it's going to make the body go. The same thing with laws of attraction and all that. And eventually I want to get into another show on that eventually. Because you are what you think. It's like some people speak sickness into themselves.
Absolutely.
I don't know what's going on. Like my back is, man, I got osteoporosis, girl. Like, I can't go out there and get those bags. Shekinah, go out there and get them bags for me, girl. You speaking, cause you're like, man, there's nothing even wrong with you.
Nope.
Or you know, like you go into the grocery store and they get into the little bitty cars and get to rolling around, Kyla. You know, like dirty, ain't nothing wrong with you, man. You know what I'm saying? So you speaking sickness into yourself though, like low key, like you really is, and you gotta be mentally to be like, okay, you gotta be a mental dude to be like, yo, like I gotta be strong, DJ. Like I gotta start changing my diet or dirty. Like I don't like the way I'm feeling. Like I'm breathing funny, so I gotta get myself together.
Absolutely, and a lot more people need to do this, but having people around help you can help you with the mental health support when it comes down, especially when it comes down to like going to the doctor, as opposed to you going to the doctor by yourself.
No, for real though.
Especially if it's your first time going to the doctor, and the doctor tell you like what you need to do and what you're going through and stuff like that.
No, for
and
real.
Like you go into the doctor, you see all these people like hurt and stuff like that. That could kind of intimidate you.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that a couple times.
Dude with a broken leg or a dude with a broken hand.
Yeah.
Somebody bleeding from the skull. Like that can intimidate you. But if you got the support, you got the support of the people that surround you, like family, friends.
Exactly.
Then that could mentally prepare you.
And you know, like how they always say, you know, we always need somebody that we could talk to. So that's why I always say, find somebody that you can trust, like whether if it's your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, somebody that you could just say, hey, look, I ain't feeling right. What do you think this is? And you know, like they might guess and y'all might guess together, but it's nothing like going to that doctor to really go get it checked out. And having that support team. They say, hey, girl, you know what, like, I'm going with you. I'm going to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you straight and you okay. And they'll keep you in good spirits and motivating you, saying, girl, like, it ain't nothing. It's all in your mind. You got to get it out your mind. Because remember, the mind is strong. It's like with having panic attacks and all that. The mind is strong. And the more anxiety keep building up, you get to, so you gotta be cool.
Absolutely.
Like this too shall pass. Like, so if your doctor gave y'all some bad news today for whoever's going through this out here, remember, God got you. This too shall pass. You know what I'm saying? So mental health is very important, man. Like it's very important because it just ties into everything, man.
And like what it also does with mental health is basically like it keeps you prepared for future issues. So like, let's say later, like you start to become mentally strong, and all of a sudden you get an issue or you get like something that happens to you, and it happens to people. Yeah. You get to the point to where like somebody diagnosed you with cancer, and you probably didn't do anything to get cancer, but like it just randomly just happened.
It just happened.
And you got to be mentally strong for that, because like with the treatments that go on with that, with how long you're gonna be off of work for that, it not only like it's not only gonna break you down in a financial standpoint, but it's gonna mentally and physically break you down from those standpoints as well.
And what it all stems from though, DJ, poor diet.
Poor diet.
So you know, like them fast food restaurants, all that stuff is cool, but have that stuff in moderations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you gotta be careful with the junk foods and all, because you are what you think and you are what you look. You know what I'm saying? Like how they say wellness in, wellness out.
Yeah.
Junk in, junk out.
Yep.
So just be careful with that. And bullet point number 5, lowering healthcare costs.
Oh, yeah.
And it's routine screenings that can help you find a problem earlier, within leading to fewer like emergency visits and overall like healthcare costs. So, you know, like you want to be careful with that. So as I said, like not only just make your doctor's appointment and stuff like that, but there's like things on your phone now, like they got an app that can help you with your heart. So like you can see like where you at or what. Man, I see like my blood pressure starting to get up a little bit. Let me fall back on some of the salty foods, and you know, let me start going over here and eating a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
And the reason why like lowering your lowering healthcare costs is because healthcare does cost. Like you go to the doctor now, you're gonna be paying like 3 times as much as you would have paid for a car note. So it's important for you to like take advantage of the opportunities that they got at the doctor as far as like the payment plans and costs, and like even like being able to like have some type of like insurance in place to where like it could cut down a lot of that cost.
And that's crazy, just to use like one little bitty machine.
Yep.
Like I put this in your mouth real quick, hold it, and just check your blood pressure and all that, and to checking your temperature.
Yep.
$400. Oh yeah, let me check your blood pressure real quick. $300.
Yep.
Like damn, shit, like, hold on, dirty, I'm at 700 already.
Yep.
Hey, hold on a minute. Hey, please don't use that on me. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta get it done.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that's what I say, you know, like people talk about how much the doctors costing this and that. I mean, well, excuse me, they talk about how high the food is, or like, man, it costs too much to eat healthy and this and that. Man, but have you checked the price of a heart attack?
Ooh.
Have you checked the price of that doctor bill? We want to be healthy. Like, I know men, us as pride, that we might be scared that we don't want to hear that news, or sister, I know that you scared and you don't want to hear that news, and ladies, follow me. It's important. We got to do this. We need to get better. Us as like a society, us as a community, we have to get better, because we like the lowest on the totem pole when it comes to other countries as far as being healthy. Like they think of us as really out of shape Americans.
Absolutely.
And for the most part, some of us are. But we could change that today. So, you know, like try to do little things that where you can lower your like healthcare costs, and you don't have to worry about certain things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's important.
Absolutely. And also, I just wanted to I got an example real quick.
Okay.
Basically, like what happened to me, like when I told you guys earlier in the show that I found out I had high blood pressure, and that I changed my diet and wanted to eat better. Like the reason why that was important was because when I went to the doctor, all they did was just take my blood pressure, and they told me exactly what the problem was, and they diagnosed me with the issue. And when the bill came, it said $304. I'm like,
Yeah.
you just took my temperature.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I would rather pay $5.99 for a bag of Gala apples,
Yeah.
knowing that like I'm gonna be healthy, than to keep, you know what I'm saying, buying something that's cheap that can kill you. But
Absolutely.
come on, man. Like we got to do better as a society. But I'm here to give you the Alan and DJ's final thought. DJ, what's your final thought is like for people that needs to like start taking this stuff seriously important and going to the doctor?
Man, make sure you know what you do. Make sure you prevent yourself, like the ways that you prevent yourself from catching any type of diseases is basically like practice eating healthy, man. And also go to the doctor, do your daily checkups and stuff like that, because what that does is basically prevent you from later on suffering from stuff that you don't need to be suffering from.
I love that, DJ. Make sure that your mind is right. You know, get your mental together, because what starts in the mind will start materializing through the body. You know what I'm saying? Just like manage your chronic conditions by seeing what's going on with you, and you can get on top of that and get better at that. Keeping your records together. You know what I'm saying? Like that's vitally important. And most importantly, early detection so we can prevent certain things from happening because we don't want you to get sick. And until the next time on the Alan and DJ Show, you can find us on Alan and DJ Show on YouTube and also on Facebook on the Alan and DJ's fan page. You can find us on the Alan and DJ Show at gmail.com. You can find my personal page, Alan Hutchinson, on Instagram and Facebook. And you can find William J. Smith on Instagram and Facebook. And trust me, until next time, you don't want to be like me, like the way I started out the show. Bambi the deer been on me lately. Man, I got to get up out of here so I can go take my medicine so I can go to sleep and sleep good tonight. But we just want y'all to just stay well, stay healthy.
Peace.